Brian, I am shocked that this is just your first speech. Clearly, you have spent lots of time speaking in front of people, and I am very envious of the obvious comfort that you have standing in front of people and the really fabulous projection that you have on your voice, which is something that always plagues me because I'm so soft-spoken, so I really think that's a wonderful natural ability that you have. I also really liked your introduction. Introductions can often get overlooked, and yet they're really, really important for your audience to get a feel for who you are and what you're going to speak about. You did a good job in your introduction of putting in all kind of the facts about you. And those are really good things to have a third party say about you so that you're not boring the audience. And it also tends to become a little more credible because it's not like you're bragging, somebody's just telling about you. And you made excellent use of the introduction. I have a couple suggestions that you may want to consider for improvement. One thing that I noticed is on your stance, you held your hands right here. And it's kind of an awkward, it's always awkward to know what to do with your hands, but it can handicap you from doing very powerful body language. So you can try and get comfortable just leaving your hands at your side, and it feels awkward. It doesn't look awkward though. And then from there you can make these really big gestures that use your whole body. So that's something to think about. I also noticed that your movement across the stage, you felt comfortable moving and getting out from behind the podium, and that was wonderful. Your movement itself though seemed like a second-hand thought, kind of, you weren't sure what to do, and so you kind of just back up a little bit and then come back up. And so it might be fun to experiment being more intentional with your movement. So coming over here to speak with somebody on this side of the room, and then moving back to the center, coming over here, and just being a little more intentional with where you're using the stage. One thing that I really liked about your body language was when you were talking about, in the beginning, being a little kid and walking up kind of slow. And that body language really served to reinforce the story of what you were telling. And I think that your humor and your storytelling are your biggest strengths. You are an excellent storyteller, and you are very, very funny. And you shared experiences that I think we can all identify with here and that we all found amusing. And so I encourage you to continue bringing that into all of your other speeches. So Brian, thank you very much for joining Toastmasters, for doing your first speech, and I look forward to having the pleasure of hearing more of your other speeches. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sharon.